This is why we say the MAGA movement is a cult.
Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. How are you all doing? I trust you guys are having a beautiful time today. If you are new here, hi. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So let's talk about the Trump supporter who effed around and now the wife is finding out. So this man, Bradley, voted for President Donald Trump knowing the fact that he said that he was going to deport illegal immigrants. He went ahead and voted for him. And now his wife is detained. Make it make sense. So he said, "Make America great again." He didn't know that they were going to come for him. Now, people are reacting to this whole situation. I have put some videos together. Let's just hear from them. And of course, I'm going to show you some random comments like this. I know I am late to the party because I'm sure that some of you must have heard this story. But of course, I had to react to this because this is crazy. He knew that his wife is an overstayer. And Trump, that he voted for, said he was going to deport these people. And because people are making videos calling him out, he said that he do not regret his vote. Okay? And then I read somewhere that he is asking for help for people to donate some money for him to help his wife. Anyways, guys, stay with me. Let's just check these videos out.
This is why we say the MAGA movement is a cult. Behind me are Bradley Bartell and Camila Munoz. They were married in February and went on their honeymoon in Puerto Rico. Keep in mind, when you go on a honeymoon in Puerto Rico, you are not leaving the United States. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Something else you should know about Camila Munoz is that she did overstay her visa in the United States, but she was getting her papers together to ultimately apply for U.S. citizenship. Just to put this in perspective too, Bradley here has a 12-year-old son and Camila was caring for this son as her own. So this is, in every sense of the word, a family. And the last piece of background info I want to give you here is that Bradley is a Trump supporter. The reason these two are so important is because Camila was recently detained by ICE. When they returned from their honeymoon, while they were in the airport, an immigration agent pulled Camila aside and asked her about her citizenship status. She explained that she is not a U.S. citizen and that she did overstay her visa, but she was working on applying for U.S. citizenship. At that moment, ICE detained her, and she has remained in a detention facility in Louisiana for the past several weeks. So what about this story indicates that the MAGA movement is a cult? Well, Bradley here is a Trump supporter. He was a Trump supporter. He is a Trump supporter. Despite the fact that the guy he voted for implemented policies that locked Camila, his wife, up in a ICE detention center for several weeks, and despite the fact that he hired an immigration attorney to try to get her out of that detention facility, he released a statement to Newsweek recently saying that he does not regret voting for Donald Trump. This is legitimately crazy. So just out of curiosity, I did ask ChatGPT to give me 5 indicators that you might be in a cult, and the very first one was extreme devotion to a leader or ideology. The group's leader is treated as infallible and their teachings are considered absolute truth. Questioning them is discouraged or punished. My heart goes out to this family. And this is just another example of how Donald Trump preys on the poorly educated and weaponizes them to divide the American people. And sometimes it's done without them even knowing it. It's a disgusting, disgusting situation. Something we should all learn from Camila here too is that you are under no obligation to tell anyone your immigration status ever. Even if they have a warrant, just request to speak to a lawyer. You have no obligation to tell someone your immigration status. That's a fact.
Did you hear about the Trump supporter who fucked around and now his wife is finding out? Child. Meet Bradley Bartell and Camila Munoz. Bradley, an American citizen and Trump supporter, voted for Trump knowing 2 things. Number 1, that Trump had ran his presidential campaign with one of the biggest promises being that he was going to crack down on illegal immigrants. And number 2, that his wife, who was from Peru, came to America on a work/student visa that she had now overstayed, making her an illegal immigrant. I hate my wife final boss. I guess Bradley was under the impression that because Camila was working and because she had no criminal record, that she would be safe. But was she safe? Is J-Lo a good singer? Because it's the same answer. So last month, Bradley and Camila were on their way home from their honeymoon in Puerto Rico when an immigration agent pulled Camila aside. They asked Camila if she was a U.S. citizen. She responds no, but her husband and her were taking the steps so that she could one day get her U.S. citizenship. They said, I'm gonna stop you right there, because we ain't asked all that. They said, we simply asked, are you a U.S. citizen? You said no, therefore we have a little wedding present for you. Snatched her ass right on up and took her to a detention center. Well, and now Bradley says he regrets his vote for Trump and is calling people heartless because they don't care that his wife now has concepts of housing. I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. You are getting exactly what you voted for. Trump was very clear about his plans for people who are undocumented. You knew that your wife was undocumented. What the fuck did you expect? Like, unfortunately, there's been a tariff placed on thoughts and prayers, so I don't have those for you, but I do hope that you continue to get everything you voted for. Also, I'm thinking about having sushi for dinner tonight, so I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
Okay, but let me get this straight. She knew she's got no papers. Then she had the mind to leave the United States of America for another country. Again, knowing that she's got no papers. Okay, maybe because the husband voted for President Donald Trump, she felt, oh, if they ask me, I'm going to tell them my husband voted for President Donald Trump, so I'm covered. Right? So how did they think she was ever going to go back to America? Like, how did they think she was going to go back to the United States? You think they will not ask for your papers? You think they will not ask for your documents? This is wild.
Wisconsin man Brad Bartell says he doesn't regret his choice to vote for Trump after his Peruvian wife was arrested by ICE because he wanted to get rid of her. He didn't know how, a divorce was too expensive, so he's like, if I vote for Trump, problem solved.
So I have one question. Why is it, I've been seeing a lot of couples that are like, multiracial couples, you know, it'd be a white man and like a Indian woman, or a Indian man with a white woman, or a black man with a whatever, you know, someone that's immigrated here. Basically, their family or their culture was not indigenous to the United States. Why is it that those people in relationships with people that immigrated to the country cannot uphold policies that allow for immigration? I literally don't. Donald Trump, your wife, these people that are not Americans by birth, why is it that you can be married to someone that is not American? You can accept them, but you cannot accept anyone else immigrating here. Make it make sense. I don't understand. I saw a couple. There's a white man and a woman that came from Peru. I'm going to tag their picture up here somewhere. And his wife got deported. She's in a jail cell right now. But he voted for Donald Trump. Please, somebody make it make sense. I don't understand. Please, somebody break it down for me. Break it down. I don't understand. Why is it okay for you to have your wife, but other people can't have theirs? Why is it okay for you to have your family, but people cannot have theirs? The level of indecency and just other isms, it's not me. It's not mine. So it's okay. You can rough up, you can ostracize, you can block other people from coming. But when it's my family and when it's my wife, oh, they're allowed to come. It can't be both ways. You either accept immigrants or you don't. You either accept people that love each other and want to get married to each other, or you don't. I don't get it. Make it make sense.
So let me get this right, Mr. Bradley. You voted for Trump and thinking and believing that he was only going to deport illegal document people here. And now your wife is being deported. No, seriously, I don't mean to laugh. Let's talk about this. Because you didn't think about your wife and her paperwork before you voted for a man that was sending people back to their country? You didn't want to get your wife her citizenship yet? You thought she was untouchable because Trump don't lie. No, he don't lie. No, not at all. He doesn't. So now you and your wife is fighting for her life? For her not to be deported? That you voted for him. You voted for him. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day.
Oh. Oh. It's tragic. It's such tragic news. Like, can you believe voters thought that shit wouldn't affect them? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's very tragic. I feel so sorry for him. Sorry. I just can't believe that he voted for this, and now he's surprised. Bradley, I'm sending thoughts and prayers your way.
Okay, I randomly took some screenshots of comments. On your screen are some of these comments. Please pause to read. Okay, now, he said he do not regret voting for President Donald Trump, but then he opened a GoFundMe account and asking people to please help him to raise money so he could help his wife, pay for a lawyer that would help his wife. Okay. So do you really think that people are going to donate some money? Do you think people are going to give you some money to help you pay for a lawyer that would help bring your wife out or something? Anyways, guys, some people actually donated some money and they raised $500. So I read they raised $500. Let me know if you guys are aware of this GoFundMe and how much they've raised for him so far. If they are still, donating some money, let me know what you all think in the comment section. Like, this is wild. Now people are saying that maybe he knew this was going to happen, because he could have said, no, we can't leave the United States of America because you've got no papers. He could have said that to his wife. But why he allowed that to happen, that I don't know. Because I do not think that no one in his senses would do such a thing, knowing the fact that he or she is an overstayer. I don't think so. Like, this is not making sense. Someone should please make this make sense. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you all think in the comment section. What do you have to say? And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another one. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Again, this is wild. Coming back to ask people for help after saying that you do not regret your vote. Well, that's fine. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna see y'all. Take care. Bye.